Citizen, what is your name?
My name is James Tiberius Kirk.
Enterprise, this is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Farragut, offering assistance.
My name is James Tiberius Kirk of the United Federation of Planets.
This is Captain James Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Begin 30-second countdown.
And greetings everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews. Now today we're going to be reviewing the Fleet Norway Strike Wing Escort T6-X. Now currently, for those of you who are not aware, this ship is actually on sale and part of a bundle. You can actually pick it up individually as well, and I'll show you those bundles in a minute. But what I wanted to just explain to you is, I tell you what, in actual fact, let's look at the bundle first of all. I think that's best. Okay, so here is the bundle that I picked up for, I think it was about 4,500 Zen, I think it was, and it was at a discount. Now then, with this bundle you get a T6 Seneca command carrier, a T6 Valdez command strike wing escort, 4 ship slots, 4 experimental upgrade tokens, and 2 fleet ship modules. Now then, what I wanted to explain to you, if you do actually pick this bundle up, my advice to you is not to use the experimental upgrade tokens on the T6 variant of these ships. Personally speaking, I think it would be unwise to use your experimental upgrade tokens to just upgrade your T6 variants. So where you have a fleet ship available, I would always use an experimental token on a fleet ship. And in this case, if you do that, you'll hold on to 2 experimental upgrade tokens, and you can use them on any other ship that you pick up. So what we'll do now is we'll just have a look at the difference between the normal variant and the fleet variant, and you'll see what I mean. So just to show you what I mean for new players, when we compare the Valdez Command Strike Wing Escort T6 version against the Fleet Norway Command Strike Wing Escort T6-X, you can see because you've got a fleet variant, you get an extra console, which in this case it's a science console. And then by upgrading that to a T6-X, you actually get an extra universal console. So to me, that's really a no-brainer, because when you add them up, well, we've got 12 console slots there as opposed to the 7, 8, 9, 10 console slots for your normal variant. So to me, that's a no-brainer. So always check that out if you're buying a normal T6 ship, and you can acquire a fleet variant and you have a upgrade token, then you may as well upgrade the fleet variant. But always make sure that when you buy the normal T6 ship that you complete the masteries, because you might want to keep the masteries. Now in this case, the trait, in this case the trait isn't that good, to be honest with you, but it's nice to have it in the bag just in case they make some changes to it in the future. So before we get into the nuts and bolts of the ship and go down to the ship's doctor, ship's tailor, ship's doctor, what's that all about? Anyway, before we get into the nuts and bolts of this ship, I thought we'd just have a quick look round it, because I think it's a really well designed ship, to be honest with you. I was a little unsure at first, but yeah, I quite like it. What on earth are these things? I've no idea what these are. Answers on a postcard, just mentioned below. Not sure what they are at all. That's very strange, isn't it? Somehow, well, I don't know. But yeah, it's Yeah, I really do quite like it. I'm not sure about the structural integrity of the ship, because obviously this makes me nervous. There's quite a lot of weight here, isn't there? And just held by these two small stanchions here. It's I wonder if it's been reinforced. Anyway, it must have been. Must have been. Who am I? I'm not a hull engineer, am I? But apart from that, yeah, I really like it. Really, really cool ship. Yeah. Right. So we're not going to the ship's doctor. We will go to the ship's tailor, and we'll just have a quick look at the skins of this ship, shall we? So here we are, the ship's tailor, and we have two available skins here. We have the Norway and the Valdres. Valdres, is it Valdres? Valdres? Valdres. Right, here we go. So that's the Valdres. And that's the Norway. Yeah, I can't say I'm overly struck by that one. Not keen on that one at all. No, don't like that. So we'll go back to the Valdres. Now the interior, yeah, it comes with the origin bridge, and yeah, I'm not keen on that at all. So I've gone for the warship bridge on this ship. Yeah, but it's entirely up to you. But yeah, I certainly didn't want to go for the origin bridge, but never mind, never mind. The warship bridge will suffice, but that's up to you. It's up to your own personal tastes. Materials, I've gone for type 0, but what we're going to do is we'll randomize a few things so you can get a rough idea of what you can do with this ship. Yeah, there you go. Sovereign. Type 6. Actually, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Oh. Type 1. Type 3. Well, that doesn't look bad either, actually. Yeah. Type 2. Type 2. Defiant material. Type 7. Actually, there's quite a few variations on a theme there, isn't there? Yeah. Right, so I think you get the general idea. I'm not going to go through too many of them, because obviously I'm trying to keep the times down on the video. So what we'll do now is we'll go to the bridge and just have a quick look at this warship bridge, just in case you want to pick it up for your ship, and then we'll yeah, I think we'll take her into harm's way and see how she performs, shall we? So here we are on the warship bridge. So if you like this, this is what it looks like. It's quite cool, actually. I do quite like it. Oh, can't see Mr. P. Mr. P's nowhere to be seen. Mr. Potato Head. Who's current rostered as number 1 today? Right, here we are. Hello there, number 1. Yes, I'm just wondering, do you know where Mr. P is, Mr. Potato Head? He's taken a leave of absence. Oh, right, okay. And do you know why? Where he's gone? Apparently, he has bream problems. Bream problems? Why? What on earth has he been up to? He did what? He tried to sell them suntan lotion. Is he mad? So what's happened now? Oh, they've put a bounty on his head. Right. Right. Well, let's hope he sorts that out. Good grief. Right. Bounty on his head. How much is it? Just out of a matter of interest. Not that I'm thinking of cashing it in, of course, but you'll send me the details later. Right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Bounty. Right. So, hello there, Romulan person. How's things going? Are you well? You're enjoying your new ship, I take it? You are? Very efficient? Excellent. That's what I like to hear. No, we have no plans of bringing any plants on board, sir. No, but just keep it quiet. Don't let the Lucari know. You never know. Right, moving on. And, oh, my word, we've got an Iconian here. Hello, I presume you are in disguise. You are. You're on a mission. Oh, excellent. Right. Are you infiltrating the Iconians? You're helping them. Right, well, okay. Yeah, fill me in later. Carry on. Yeah, mate, right. Hello there, Romulan person. Yes, how's things going? Going okay, right? You're trying to locate Mr. P. Oh, why is that? Admiralty have asked for him. Oh, right. Well, good luck in finding him. Yes, yeah. If he's any sense, he'll hide within the hierarchy somewhere. Yes, upsetting the brain like that. You can never be too careful. Well, carry on. Right. Well, everything looks to be running very well here. So let's just check out the ready room. And oh, here we go, as normal. Yes, we've got what we've got here. What is this here? Let's just duty officers here. Library files, and yes, over here in the trophy cabinet, this is the bank account. Yes, I've always said it's a really good place to have a bank account, in the trophy cabinet. Right. Okay. Right. So. What a horrendous plant. I think that's going to go to the Lucari's quarters, I think. Yeah, and that one's not much better, is it? Right, so let's get back to the bridge. So, before we go any further, let's have a look at the statistics of this ship. And, yeah, I'll show you how I've put it together. Now, because this is the fleet variant, you won't get the 5th trait on this ship, but I've already unlocked it on the original T6 ship, which is, I think it's destructive, I think it's called. Yes, I looked at the trait. I'm not too keen on it, to be honest with you. So I'm not particularly bothered about keeping this trait, but you never know about using this trait, but you never know. It may be changed in the future. You just don't know, do you? But it's nice to have it in reserve. So let's just have a look at the statistics of this ship. So as you can see, the masteries are more or less the same, just without the 5th trait. So tier 1, you get +5 accuracy rating. Tier 2, get +5 defense rating. At tier 3 you get a +10% kinetic and energy damage, and at tier 4 you get 2.5 critical chance. The stations, very quickly, you get a Lieutenant Universal Intelligence Station, you get a Commander Tactical / Command Station, and you get a Lieutenant Tactical Station. Engineering is a Lieutenant Engineering Station, and Science is a Lieutenant Commander Science Station. Now, for me, I would have liked a Lieutenant Commander Engineering Station, and that would have given me Emergency Power to Weapons 3. Now, my build consists of 4 dual beam banks, 3 of which are covert phaser dual beam banks, and the Discovery phaser wide handle dual heavy beam bank, and that's from your Discovery Reputations tab. This is part of a 3-piece set. I've got the Dark Matter Quantum Torpedo Launcher, and the 3rd piece of that set is the Tactical Locus Custom Fire Control. I've only got 1 vulnerability locator down at the bottom, and the console that comes with this ship is the Heavily Pulsed Tractor Array. Now again, I've used this in game. I found it difficult to use. I've seen it working. It drags the ship, smashes it into another one. Yeah, it's difficult to use sometimes, because when you're flying around and you're doing your thing, it's actually difficult to initiate this, I thought. But you know, for the purposes of this demonstration, I'll leave it on for you. You can make your own mind up. It's entirely up to you whether you use it or not. I personally think it's actually not for me. Now, the experimental weapons, Yeah, good luck pronouncing that. What is that? Magellina? I have no idea how to pronounce that, but it's that. It's that. Let's have a go. Majolner. Majolner? Majolner. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with Majolner. Yeah. So I've actually used this as well, and I'm not one for DPS. And judging it by its DPS, I'm not one for that. I like to see the visual effects in the game. I like to see all of that, and the visual effects of this, are quite cool. I quite like it, but I'm not convinced it's very effective. Put it that way. Now I've not been able to get my parser working for some time. There's something very wrong with it, so I can't actually test this against other experimental weapons, like the Stolton Wave Impeller. Or Voice of the Prophets, which I also like. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into space and we'll have a look at the statistics of the ship. If you want to know exactly how I've put this ship together, just drop me a line below and I'll be happy to show you. But I'm trying to cut down on the time of my reviews, really, so I don't want to go into everything in detail, but we'll have a look at the statistics, then we'll take her into harm's way and you can get a general idea of how she performs. So one thing I actually forgot to mention was the hangar pets, and these are the Elite Valkyrie Fighter Squadron pets, and I acquired these from my fleet stores. So if your fleet has reached the required tiers, you'll be able to pick up these fleet pets from your fleet base. Right, moving on to the statistics. So this build, as is, gives me shields of 20,522 for rear, right and left. The resists we have at, they're quite good actually, 46.2% for most of them, mid 40s. With the radiation resist being 33.1, well, that's one of the lowest. The rest are quite cool. I can live with that. The accuracy rating is 109.8. The critical severity is 43.5%. Sorry, the critical chance is 43.5%, and the critical severity is 189.1%. Yeah, I might mix and match and do some more poking around here and see if I can improve that later on. But for now, we'll leave things as is. Right, so here she is. We'll take her into harm's way now, and yeah, you can see for yourselves how she performs. So here we are, rescue and search. Enjoy.
advised Jaula and her forces have been stopped once again.
Well, that was a really good little demonstration of what this tough little ship can do. I'm really impressed with her. And look at these Valkyrie pets here. These are excellent, aren't they? They've actually just done a patch on these. They were slightly larger before they did the patch, and now they're more smaller and look more realistic, to be honest with you. But yeah, I really do like them. I think the effects are really cool. And yeah, this ship, well, what can I say? I have to say I'm quite impressed with it. I'm sure the normal T6 variant is equally impressive, but as I've said earlier, I will always go with the fleet variant where I can. So yeah, highly recommend this bundle. If you could pick it up, be careful. There's time is running out. Actually, you may get another bite at the cherry if they have a Black Friday sale. So yeah, that's something to look out for, isn't it? Right. Well, I really do hope you've enjoyed this review. And please don't forget, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button for me and do the like thing as well. That always goes down well. Yeah. Yes, it does make my day. And yes, speaking of days, I'll leave you to the rest of yours. And so until next time, this is JeSter signing off. What's that, number one? You've just had a message from Mr. Potato Head. All right, what does he want? He wants rescuing from a Breen attack force. Oh, does it never end?
I understand you're having difficulty with the warp drive. How much time do you require for repair?
There's nothing wrong with the bloody thing.
You know this ship like the back of my hand.
Hello, computer.
Just use the keyboard.
The keyboard. How quaint. How long would it really take? An hour. Oh, you didn't tell him how long it would really take, did you?
Well, Scotty, now you've done it.
Aye, the haggis is in the fire for sure.
Computer, shut this bloody thing off.